Okay, this is the handstand based warm-ups. This is the warm-up that you're going to do every single time before you do any type of handstand work. All right. First thing about handstands is hand alignment. You want your index fingers parallel. So that's going to take a little bit of external rotation of the shoulder. The big mistake a lot of people make in their handstand work is internal rotation. So we're going to externally rotate and keep those index fingers parallel, as well as stacking the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder. So we don't want to be too wide here. We're constantly trying to externally rotate and hug those arms in. All right. So you're going to start here in this quadruped position, and you're going to stack. You're going to have that shoulder, elbow, wrist alignment, and you're going to make your fingers, your index fingers, parallel. So here I am. Now, simple, what we're going to do here, we're just going to do rocks. We're going to rock our body weight over our wrist and get that mobility. So this is called wrist extension. We're going to do 5 rocks. We're leaning forward, keeping the whole palm on the ground. Another thing, too, is gripping with your fingers. The whites of your fingernails should be showing because you're almost like gripping the ground. It's like you're grabbing the ground when you're doing handstand work. So I do my 5 wrist extension rocks. Then I'm going to flip my palms over. All right. Actually, we're going to go this way. Flipping my palms over. I'm going to get that nice stretch on the top of the forearm there. Keeping that down, we're actually going to rock backwards for 5 reps. Okay, getting a nice stretch there. Really working on that mobility. Then we're going to flip back to the original position. We're going to do what's called hand pumps. We're going to do 10 of these. So gripping with our fingers, whites of the fingernails touching. The index fingers are parallel. We're going to lift the palms of our hands, keeping the fingers on the ground, and we're just going to pump. And this is going to build strength in our wrists. Okay, a lot of people have wrist pains because they're just not strong enough here. So we're going to do 10 pumps, strengthen that in that position. All right, then we're going to go into what's called a dolphin push-up. This is a yoga move, and how we're going to do it, we're just going to get on our forearms. Again, we want to be very narrow here, okay? This is very hard on the shoulder, hard in a good way. Okay, and we're going to get on our forearms and we're going to pike into this kind of like down dog position, all right? And then we come forward, pushing out of our shoulders, and then we go back, really working. And you're going to feel that your elbows want to drift away. So constantly hug those elbows into the center line. Look how I get that nice shoulder flexion forward. And I come up. Okay, we're going to do 5 of those. And then the very last thing is standing. Okay, we're going to do shoulder shrugs standing. A big thing about the handstands is it is actually very trap dominant. You're constantly pushing from your traps here. With that, proper core alignment. A big mistake with a lot of like the CrossFit style handstands is there's really no core and TA engagement. There's a lot of back arching, banana shaped backs. We want to engage these TAs. So what we're going to do here is we're going to stand up. Hopefully the frame can see me here. Let's see, can it? I'm going to move this. There we go. Okay. So move the camera up. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to be in this position. You might want to check yourself in the mirror, all right? And what you're going to do is you're going to make sure you're not arching, all right? We're actually going to be in a little bit of a posterior pelvic tilt here because a lot of us do the anterior pelvic tilt, all right? We're going to posterior tilt that pelvis, engage those TAs, those abs, all right? And we're going to lift our arms in the air. We're going to make sure everything, and we're constantly hugging this in, okay? Trying not to go wide here, hugging this in, all right? Keeping, and I have a mirror that I'm looking in, kind of tucking that tailbone under. And now from here, we're going to do 10 shoulder shrugs, pushing out of my shoulder. That is how we're doing the handstand. We're not going to arch, okay? We're going to keep those ribs down, okay? Posterior tilt of the pelvis and hugging those shoulders in. So you want to warm this up every single time you go to do handstand work, and it's going to reinforce those perfect positioning, what is needed for holding a true and good technique handstand.